Hey, welcome back. Vlog number, let's see, 41. 41 of the Turtle and the Tiger. And we are at Palmetto State Park in Gonzales, Texas. One of the Texas state parks in the state park system here. Can't say enough good things about Texas state parks. They really take good care of their parks. And I think it really starts with their people. The people are really good here, and I think they take care of the people, and the people take care of the parks, whether it's the rangers, any of the personnel, and the park hosts, the volunteers that work here. Without, you couldn't do this. So I thought I would take some time to show you a few things about the park, some of the trails, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. So there are quite a few number of trails here in the state park system here at Palmetto. I think, and I'll put the total number of trails down below, but they're all very well taken care of. It's January, of course, so it's a little cooler. They're not quite as many people here, but we're gonna show you some of the unique features of the park, and including why it was named Palmetto, because of the guest of honor here, the palmetto plant. Like most Texas state parks, the trails are usually very well marked. It's pretty cool because all the signs are made at one state park in the state of Texas called Vulture State Park. They have a little workshop there. Makes all the cool signs there for the entire state trail system. That's huge. I think one of the things that sticks out in my mind about this state park above a lot of the other state parks that we've seen is you're in different environments within a quarter of a mile. Meaning you can be in an environment like this where you've got prickly pear cactus, some weeds, some oak, and then 10 minutes later it's like this. Talk about diverse. Also pretty impressed by the number of bridges and boardwalks that were built into this park. High quality and get you out of the wet. So here you can see some staining about the middle of your frame. That line, it's sort of like a subtle color difference between dark gray on the bottom and light gray on the top. That's sort of the water line that you can see. And it depends on which way you're facing the sun. If the sun's not out at all during the day, if it's cloudy, you can see it even better. When pigs fly, I always thought that was a pretty cool term. However, when it applies to a state park, it's not always great. Apparently in this particular park, in the last year or two, they've had sort of an influx of a lot of wild pigs, or feral pigs. Pigs that probably were domesticated and a few got loose and they reproduce out in the wild, and there's enough food for them around here. And unfortunately, though, they do wreak havoc on the landscape quite a bit. With their rooting, they can root up areas in a matter of, you know, minutes. We've actually seen, just walking on the trail one day after the next, a contrast from one day after the next of the rooting that goes on in just 24 hours. And these little animal trails, they're actually not wild animals, they're wild pigs or feral pigs crisscrossing the entire park. And I guess it's becoming a problem. So we'll have to see in the future what they have to do to control them. You guys doing a little trail riding here? You don't have any riders though. Come on. No, they're off they go. Guess we're not the only ones using the trails today. So one of the things that's pretty cool inside the park this CCC designed and built water tower. The way it works is there's a spring that actually sends water over, and under pressure, and if the pressure is steady, a valve opens up and water is allowed into the tower. And once the air gets so compressed inside the tower, it closes a valve, opens another valve, and provides fresh drinking water for the old building across the street. Now, it no longer does that. Instead, if you can hear it in the background, it just supplies sort of a fountain, and it helps keep the rest of the swamp, sort of maintains that nice level, water level, so all of these dwarf palmettos can grow. And the other thing is, there's a tree that's growing right alongside of it, and black vulture, which is seems to be pretty dominant as vultures go in the state of pan up there so you can see that. So there's the tower. There's the top of the tower there. And here are the fellas up in the tree, if you can see them. I don't know if you can see them or not. I can barely see the screen on the camera. Anyway, so there's that. And then in the back, that's where the water is. I know you've heard me talk about the CCC before. This is a pretty amazing building, and it's one of the examples of the architecture that you can see in Texas state parks and state parks all over the United States that have that CCC influence. Built in 1935 by 74 CCC guys. It's still standing today. It was a concession building back in the day. Now they use it as a pavilion that you can actually rent. Originally, the roof was covered with over 35,000 palmetto reeds. That was the roofing material. Now it's more of a conventional shaker shingle kind of thing. But still gorgeous, seems to like rise out of the ground. That's the sort of architecture that most of these buildings exhibit. And I have to say that I really, really fancy the design. Really drawn to all that stone and wood and just, I don't know, it's not harsh and squared off. It's It's solid and rugged and sort of has kind of a mountain man look or feel to it, but really rugged. So, well, that ends another episode of The Turtle and the Tiger. From Palmetto State Park in Gonzales, Texas, be sure to tune in next time. We're going to hit another state park a little bit further north. We'll save the name for later. And take care. Don't forget to subscribe to our blog at www.theturtleandthetiger.com, and take a minute to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So until next time, stay safe. Take care now.